Welcome to another edition of the Vegas Tourist Podcast. I'm Mark.
I'm Sazzy.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hey, it's been a while.
I know, I've been busy. I've been very, very busy.
We're coming to you live from her new office in her new apartment in the new hood.
We moved up a game level. We're in the next level of Donkey Kong.
There we go. So if you hear strange noises,
It's just us bumping into boxes.
Yes. Moving is always so much fun.
I did good, though. The kitchen's put together.
Especially when you live with a pack rat.
Oh, God love him. God love him.
Yeah, wait until I move with my pack rat.
Uh-huh. We'll come and visit you and bring you beer. It'll
Thank
be
you.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
We survived Miss America. We survived the Lutefisk Festival.
Barely.
What else?
Yeah, there's not much on the calendar this month, so it could get kind of fun, huh?
Yes. Hey, McCarran International Airport had 46.2 million people last year. That's a record.
Dang. That's a lot of gamblers.
We are going to hit 50 million before they ever realize it.
Yeah.
Yes. Super Bowl.
I didn't get to watch it. I was rooting for the Bears, just like you.
Yeah. But the Bears didn't win, but they didn't go over, which is what I bet on. I bet that they would go under. So, hey,
Oh, so you won on your bet?
Yeah, I made $5.
There you go.
Oof.
It's all good.
And Prince.
I didn't see it. What did he do?
Oh.
What did he do?
Prince was the best Super Bowl halftime show they've ever had. I gotta say that.
Wow.
He's getting up there in age, so he doesn't hop around as much as he used to.
Okay.
Okay, but his two twins,
Yeah.
they're on. They're speed, Red Bull, and whatever else that
Whatever else, whatever other chemical help they had that day.
But it was amazing. Even his critics were just like, "Wow, that man's got talent."
Yeah, I've always said he's very talented.
Yep.
He's just also very eccentric.
Oh, yeah, one of the cats.
Say hi, Cleo.
Okay.
Threw you off, huh?
Yeah. This is just a different pussy in the room. But anyway.
I'm going to find a way to get the controls and save that for prosperity. Just like you do to me. One of these days.
One of these days. One of the things that's going around is that there's a claim that Hooters is for sale, and it really isn't. The offer that was made was basically a marketing attempt for Hooters to figure out if anyone was interested in them. So. And
surprise, nobody was.
Yeah, really. It's.
I don't think that worked just like they planned.
No, especially with the offer, first of all, was way too high, and if they're sending that flag out going, hey, we're for sale, you just blew it.
Well, the associate and I were talking last night, and we were talking about Hooters, and we've decided they should just go topless.
Yeah.
Well, it's Las Vegas. Why not? You got to be 21 to get in there, right?
Right.
Why not? Why can't they just go topless?
There's probably a law somewhere around here that.
I think it's a good idea.
Well, with Hooters, because of the concept of Hooters, it works in any other city. But in Vegas, you see more of that walking down the Strip than you do in the actual Hooters.
Exactly.
And then Hooters over the last couple of years has become so vanilla that they're not what they used to be.
There's no edge to it. And
no.
Let's face it, this is Las Vegas. If it doesn't have an edge, it doesn't play.
No. Last week we talked about...
You don't say.
I do. Bronson.
Richard Bronson.
Yeah.
Branson, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Richard.
Apparently he's got 50 acres in Macau that he's going to develop. But the problem is there's no mention of Stanley Ho or any members of his family. And
that's kind of weird.
Yeah, and so Macau just is like the movie Casablanca, okay? The guy who ran the monopoly is Stanley Ho. He's 80 years old. He's a billionaire. He's got his ties in, and all of that stuff. And he quote unquote gave up his monopoly in order to allow MGM and Wynn and all those guys in there. But everything that is being built there is built there in conjunction with
Right.
some company that either him or his family owns.
Right.
And it's funny because they're now trying to bring that over here, and his daughter is in a business arrangement with the gentleman who owns the New Frontier.
Okay.
But the problem is she cannot prove that she is not financially connected to her father's empire.
Yeah.
There's no clean cut there, and she can't prove that there is. But yet they always talk that, he gave up the monopoly. He's not in charge. He's letting the competition in. It's like, no, he's not.
No, he's not.
And that scene in Casablanca where the chief is, there's gambling in this establishment. There is, and it's like, Captain, here's the money you want. Thank you. There's gambling in here. Thank you. No, there can't be. It's illegal. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Good luck to them on that.
To clarify a note, Lee Iacocca was a MGM board member up until 1997.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he had his fingers in gambling, but it wasn't
Direct.
right where he is now. And 1997 is when they bought Win Out, when they bought the Gold Nugget
and all of that property.
Right.
Have you seen the new Shark Tank there?
Yes.
It is
That
way
is
cool.
so cool.
Let's have a weekend at the Golden Nugget, shall we?
They got that slide going through there.
Uh-huh.
Next weekend.
Uh-oh.
All-Star game.
Oh, yeah, that whole basketball thing.
Yeah. Speaking of, it just...
I don't get it. The shorts used to be shorter. Now they wear the shorts down to their knees, and I got nothing.
Right. But anyone who's everybody from basketball is coming in town for a week, going to spend a lot of money here.
Well, and that's good. They'll party, and they'll have a really good time.
Yeah. By the way...
What? I didn't do it. I was nowhere near it at the time, and you can't prove a thing.
I got pictures.
Crap.
We were talking about this earlier, and we both kind of worked the World Market Center. You for your boss, me for a job.
Right.
And it was so funny because I was a bus jockey. I was a bus ambassador is what I was.
Oh, there you go.
I got to ride the buses and point everything out to all of the people going to and from the hotels. And my bus was the one at Mandalay Bay.
Okay.
And it was so funny because the shoe show was coming in town.
Yeah, right on its heels.
And it's like, who plans to put the shoe show Super Bowl weekend?
I don't know, but it's been that way for a couple of years now.
Somebody is either on drugs or gets a kickback somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. Big time. Big time. Well, in the shoe industry is run by men. Has been forever. Will be for quite some time.
And
Granted,
so
there's a lot of female buyers, but they all wanted to be here for Super Bowl weekend. It's going to be here for Super Bowl weekend. There is actually a woman in charge of World Shoe Association. I can't remember her name. I think it's Sherry something or another. But let's face it, them are old shoe dogs. They get to do what they want.
Well, it was so funny because I had folks for the World Market Center, which is furniture.
Right.
And they were complaining about these people with these big boxes moving in for this shoe thing, whatever it was.
Uh-huh.
They were whining about these people moving into the Mandalay Bay, which is where they're staying at.
Right.
And the fact that the convention center was not available to the World Market Center, so now they moved them over to Cashman Center. And they couldn't figure that out. I'm like, well, that's because the shoe show is in town. And they went, and I said, well, the shoe show is big.
Really big.
Convention Center, Mandalay Bay, and the Sands. And they're just like, huh? I said, yeah, it's like you guys, but the World Market Center, they have their own facilities or they're building them. But it was just so funny because their look when they just went, for shoes?
Yes, for shoes.
Yeah, and then it's like, then of course the women, for shoes?
Yeah. Can we go? Where's it at again, Mark?
Yes. And then I had that one group, and the woman was like, well, when does it start? And I said, well, Thursday. And she was like, well, who can get into it? And I said, well, it's for trade only.
Right.
So if I have a buyer's permit, tax number, business card, would they allow that? And I said, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She looks at her boss and goes, can we spend another night here? We leave Wednesday. Can we leave Thursday night instead?
What she doesn't understand is you can't go in and just buy shoes. It's one sample of the left foot only.
Well,
She's not going to get anywhere.
but it's shoes. It's,
Oh, good
you
God.
get to go in there and see shoes.
I'll stick to my Birks, thanks. I mean, really.
Rumor has it that on March 12th at 2 a.m. the Stardust becomes dust.
Are we going to go?
I hope so.
I think we should go.
I did a strip tour the other day, drove by the Stardust. They got all the small buildings tore down.
Yeah?
And it was so funny because I was explaining to my group as we were coming up the strip that things change really fast here.
Right.
You can't plan 6 months out because you don't know if it's going to be standing, tore down, or remodeled.
Right.
And as I said that, I turned and there's the Stardust. And half of it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, see? Last week, it was one complete facility.
Yes.
This week, it's one big empty tower with no windows. And everything else is gone in a
Way
week.
gone. Yeah.
But-
Way gone.
Well, and then you have Boyd Gaming, who's like, well, for security reasons, we're not going to announce the date.
Uh-huh.
And we don't want a whole group of gawkers for security and safety and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sitting going, okay, you got two problems with that. A, this is Vegas. We
Right.
like to see this go, okay?
Yeah.
B, the rumor is on March 12th at 2 a.m., you're going to have a street full of 300,000 people expecting.
Yeah. To see
Something
this
to
thing
happen.
Go down. Yeah.
You want security? You want...
Good luck to you. I think
bet.
you might need it.
You better announce that date, otherwise you're going to have a mob on your hands at 2 a.m. on March 12th.
And when things get blown up here, it's a big deal.
You bet.
It's a very big deal.
We love it. We love it.
Mom got a card from the Excalibur.
Uh-oh.
They'd like her to come and stay a couple days, and they'll give her a couple days free.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm like, but Mom, they're getting ready to remodel, and it's
Yes.
well, I was thinking maybe in May or June or July. She says, I'm like, I can't even tell you it's going to be standing then. What, you think I know everything? I don't.
They are making it more adult.
See, I don't think that's going to work for Mom necessarily. Unless the Chippendales are there, and then she's good.
Thunder from Down Under.
There you go. She might like that.
All right.
There
Hey,
you go.
come on.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, Michael Jackson and Steve Wynn. Tell
They
ya.
had dinner or something, didn't they?
Yeah. Dealers in Macau.
Wait, I have a Michael Jackson update.
Oh, what's your Michael
You're
Jackson
going too
update?
fast
I'm
for me
sorry.
today.
What's your Michael Jackson update?
My boss saw him in his black Escalade,
Waving?
and he waved to him. And I've almost got him convinced that he should bring over cookies or a hot dish or something.
Yeah. Or a 10-year-old boy.
Stop. You saw the that he let his kids out without masks, didn't you?
No.
To Circus Circus.
Really?
Yeah, the nannies took the kids to Circus Circus. I think it was about a week and a half ago, without any masks on.
Wow.
And there was a thing in the paper. You missed it. Ha! I scooped you.
Boy, did you ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh. I got the inside track on Michael Jackson. I got juice, baby. I got juice.
Squeeze it.
Yeah. And you want me to take this seriously or what? Oh my God. I'm so going to leave that alone.
Smart thing.
Probably, yes. Anything else might get me arrested.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's move on.
Yes. You know, Steve Wynn's having the issues with his dealers that he took 10% of their tips, pooled it so that
Right.
his managers get it.
Right.
Okay. Well, over in Macau, according to the union, his dealers over in Macau get a set salary. They don't
Oh,
get
really?
the tips. The tips go to him.
Really?
Dealers just get a flat $28,000 a year. That's it. No tips.
Wow.
Yeah. Could you try that here?
I don't. Oh, that would be bad. Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, bad. Very bad.
Okay, back to the Super Bowl real quick.
Okay.
All right. I don't get it.
Okay, what don't you get?
The NFL wants to clamp down on their rights to the name. Okay, I can see that part.
Okay.
Okay, but they have this clause that you can't watch it on a television screen any larger than what's normally available.
Okay.
Outside of sports bars and the likes, that means 55 inches. Okay. So they clamp down on all on all of these churches and all of this other stuff, right? Okay. The reason for that is because if groups watch it, then it dilutes their Nielsen ratings, which is historically bad anyway, but anyway.
Okay, but I don't understand, because if you have a television, whether it be a big screen, a little screen, a portable, a non-portable, if you have a television and you have electricity, whatever's being broadcast is free.
Right.
So who are they to say? If they want it to be a pay-per-view, then put it on cable.
Nobody would pay for it.
Well, tough tooties, I think maybe they should suck it up and move on with their lives.
But then you have the whole NFL issue with Vegas and that whole thing, which again makes no sense, because when we have twice as many people here that come here for the game versus going to where the game is,
right,
you got a problem.
And it's not like they didn't sell out the stadium.
Right. We just had 280,000 people here. You had 110,000.
Sorry, that's all the seats you had. Neener, neener, neener.
I just can't figure out why they haven't grasped this and went, let's market something with Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean,
why aren't they holding their own Super Bowl party in Las Vegas, the party city of the USA?
They could make more money, but we did get them back because their copyright clause, says that other than sports facilities, the television screen has to be what is normally available. Okay.
Okay.
So you can't go in an auditorium and set up huge screens, except here, because that's what we have here.
It's normally available.
Yes, we have these big giant wall screen televisions. That's what's normally available here.
That's what the associate does over at the Rio.
Yeah.
They set that stuff up. So
right. Yeah.
This is typical.
$109 million in non-gaming, over $100 million was bet.
Wow. I didn't bet this time because I was busy moving.
Yes. Yeah. Miss America, really quick.
Do we have to?
The wrong one won.
The wrong one did win. And I am never, ever, ever doing that again.
Okay.
Ever. For anything. The first day I was there, someone told me I was fat to my face. I'm done.
Yes.
You're lucky I came back the second day.
All right, we'll keep Miss America short. It was a fiasco, to say the least, but
beautiful people suck.
Well, the night of the crowning was funny, okay, because I showed up early to get our passes.
Which was very nice of you.
Right. Well, outside of the media room, there was this guy with his headset on, and he was running up and down the hallway, swearing like a drunk sailor, okay?
Oh, why?
I mean, he was just furious. He wanted people down there. He said, I don't care, just, if they're in bunny slippers, just make sure they have a nice shirt on, a nice top on. I don't care if they're in shorts, just, and then he was just, the words he was using would make a drunk sailor blush, okay?
Okay.
Finally, when it came time for the show, I figured out who he was.
One of the show producers?
Well, he was in charge of seat fillers.
Oh.
Okay, when you watch an award show, they're always full. All
right.
the seats are always filled. When you get up to go to the bathroom, they put somebody in there in case the camera pans across the audience.
Right.
Okay. Now, the PA and I were down in the different section from where you were.
Right.
Okay. And it's so funny because...
But do you know who I was sitting next to?
Who were you sitting next to?
Carrot Top.
Seriously?
Guy Rock.
Really?
He's kind of skinny.
Yes, ugly too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked at me, he says, "You're funny." Thank you. Thank you very much.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, his Goomba was between us.
Yeah.
But I just thought he was kind of skinny, and I think he was just there to see things before he left early to go to his show, sort of thing.
Right.
And so he wasn't there for the whole time.
You have to see his show. We got to get you tickets to.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So that was kind of fun. Oh, and I met the governor while we were there.
Did you trip over him? Stumble into him? Yeah, okay, that's how I figured you would meet him.
Coming out of the restroom.
Run him over?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He should have more Goombas. Just a thought. Anyway, go on with your story.
Well, we get down there and we're closer to the stage. Now, all of the camera people, all of the photographers, they wanted us dressed in black.
Right.
For the final moment. And it was kind of funny to watch because that's what you saw when she came down. She walked down and all you saw was black.
Yeah.
And that was all of the photographers. Okay. Prior to that, our area was pretty empty. Okay. Lady sitting next to me, she was just kind of older, crotchety.
Old Biddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of a sudden, they're filling people in. They're just filling all of our seats in, and there's the guy with the golden tongue. Okay.
Okay.
Ordering people into these seats, and she couldn't figure out what was going on. He was ordering them around, and then he wanted us to all move down so that we would fill in farther down. Well, finally, she asks one of these guys, "What are you doing here?" "We're seat fillers." Huh? We were hired to fill seats.
I didn't get a gig like that.
This did not sit well with her.
No.
She came all the way across the country from the other side, paid
big
bucks
bucks
for those seats, and here they are filling them in with paying somebody to fill them in. And I explained to her that that's what they do in award shows. They hire.
Right.
Okay, and ma'am, when you get up to go to the bathroom, they will put somebody in your seat. They will not. Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they will.
Okay. Well, so they're moving us around. I didn't move, but other folks moved, and now she could have gotten a better seat. They wanted her moved closer to the stage. I paid my money for this seat, and I'm going to sit in this seat. I'm just sitting here going, man, they can give you a better seat for nothing.
Right.
Basically, they're upgrading you.
Yeah.
But no, she paid money for this seat. This is going to be her seat, and no one else is going to take it. Okay.
Oh God. This whole Miss America thing was a real trip.
Oh, it was. I had fun watching the technical side of it. The guy that was pointing to the speaker to talk when he could talk and when he couldn't talk.
I thought Mario did a fairly decent job as a speaker and
for
announcer.
His first time out for a show of that importance to these people. He did a wonderful job.
Yeah, he really, really did. Who did you want to win?
Well, when it was down to what? Georgia, Texas, and then the one that won?
Oklahoma.
Alabama. No, Oklahoma, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Georgia.
Really?
Yeah.
And I thought Miss Texas because she was actually real.
Yeah, but when they showed that clip of her interview,
yeah,
she was a little snotty, and that just...
Yeah, she is a little... Well, okay, hello, it's the Miss America pageant.
But at the same time, I figured anyone that can tap dance to Prince...
This is true.
Deserves the honor.
This is true. I felt really bad for Miss Alabama because after she did her talent, you could see written on her face she knew she had lost.
Yeah.
She knew it was over, and you could just see it written on her face. And I'm like, oh. I felt bad for like a nanosecond, and then someone called me fat again, and I was fine.
Yes. But they are talented. They are extremely...
She was extremely talented.
So, well, let's go on to the topic of the day.
Oh, we're going to get to the topic?
We're going to get to the topic, yes.
Okay, this should be good.
Okay. Last week when we were talking, and, we had both mentioned that we're going to be at the World Market Center. Mm-hmm. Me as a bus jockey and you...
Doing my thing.
Right, okay. By the way, that's a fantastic place.
Isn't it?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Looks like a big spaceship just kind of landed there.
Kind of feels like it some days, too, as a matter of fact.
But it's a beautiful building. Both of them are.
Yeah.
And it's very nicely laid out.
Yeah, and you got all that pretty furniture.
And it's only used twice a year?
Well, that's the way the public perceives it. It is actually used more than that. It is open 24/7 to designers here in town.
Okay.
Those showrooms are permanent showrooms. Yes. Yeah. So designers here in town will spend a day or two down at World Market getting things together or what have you. So it is used more than twice.
Okay. Well, I actually went from being a bus jockey to being a bus ambassador, which basically meant that I sat on the bus when we went to the hotel. We picked up the folks that were going to the World Market Center, answered any questions they had about Las Vegas or their hotel or things like that. Then we get up in front of World Market Center. I explained where to get the badges, what the what all the buildings were, where everything was, and what was going to be happening that day.
Right.
Okay. Make them feel at home so that they weren't totally lost when they stepped off the bus. All right.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, it kind of got us a couple of emails that just basically said, "Where do you get a job like that?"
I wouldn't know about the emails because I'm not connected to the internet.
Yes.
I'm sorry, personal issue. Moving on.
So, it brought up an interesting point is we have different folks here work differently.
They work very differently, and we have some really strange jobs here in town.
And like when you go back to your folks, and I go back to my family and all that, and we talk about the people that we know and the things that we do, we get that deer in the headlight look.
Yeah, this real glazed over look, like none of it's real.
You make money doing what?
Yeah.
And so I thought we'd go down some of the stranger jobs that are here in Vegas, because this is such a different town. Now, a lot of these jobs are available in other major metropolitan cities, but they're just not
on the scale
as they are here.
Right.
Okay. Bus jockeys. There are people that are actually hired specifically to count people that get on the buses at the events and to tell the buses where to park.
Right.
And because we have conventions here 365 days a year,
this is a full-time job instead of a once-a-year job.
Right. Or you have folks that like myself, we work for several different companies.
Right.
So, one day we're a bus jockey, the next day we're a tour guide, the next day after that, Lord knows what.
Right.
And I just remember some of the jobs that we've seen in the papers.
Man, have we seen some jobs.
And the people that we've met, and even some of the jobs we've had.
Yeah.
Okay. The get a wax deal, okay?
Yeah, we've done some strange things, and they've worked.
They've worked.
Who knew?
We have seen jobs in the newspaper. You could get hired to play slot machines for 8 hours a day.
Yep. You could get hired to play cards for 8 hours a day.
But now on the slot machines, what you're doing is you're testing the new machines out in the environment that they're going to be in. So they will set you, like at Bally's, they will set you in front of a brand new Wheel of Fortune, and you just feed it money all day long. However, whatever you win, you don't get to keep. But then again, whatever you lose,
you don't lose.
Right.
And you collect a paycheck.
Right. And you get to get all the free drinks that you want for the
right. Bring a little tip money, you're good to go.
That's right. And then, like you're saying, especially with poker now.
Yeah, and all these new tables coming out.
The hotels are allowed to hire shills.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's up to each individual property whether or not they want to recognize the shill. They don't have to tell you that you're playing with the shill or a hotel employee. But yes, folks, what was it? ESPN had the television series Tilt.
Right. My dad's a huge fan.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, huge fan. Knows all the guys by name.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They need to bring that back.
Yeah, they do.
But, that's what happens. You have these guys that are hired by the casinos to sit there and take all your money.
Yeah. So that's their job. That's their job. Get up noon, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Go down to the poker room.
If they call you.
Yep. If not, whatever.
You go find your own trouble.
Yeah, go make some money playing poker somewhere else or whatever.
Right.
There's lots of interesting jobs. We have all the house moms and all the strip clubs.
Yes.
Granted, other strip clubs have those, but they don't have them to the extreme we have them. Wardrobe mistresses and all the shows.
Now, that one's a good one because when, like for O, which is a water show.
Right.
Their ad in the paper, and it's one of those really funny ones because the headline says, wardrobe changer.
Right.
Qualifications must be dive certified.
Right.
How many wardrobe changers do you know that are diver certified?
Not many. Or you could be a mermaid.
You could be
There's
a mermaid.
jobs for mermaids here. If you're a mermaid, come on down. There's just some crazy stuff here. I know a wardrobe master for Ka. He works for us part-time in the office, and I met him when I just started working in our office. And he's told me some crazy stories. They do some crazy stuff.
Yes.
It's weird. We
have, because we have so many documentaries and movies and commercials here, you can get a job as a extra.
Yes. And I drive by the talent agent every day on my way home.
And they'll keep you busy.
And they will keep you very busy.
Every week there's calls out for just about any body size, age, looks, types.
The whole works.
Talent. It's just amazing.
I knew a guy who was working on a movie out in the desert here, and his job was to control the dust. He was a little out of his mind, but, that was his job. Right. For 8 weeks. It's crazy.
And it's funny because when you're with people and you drive around, and to us it's an everyday thing to see the trailers. Just by looking in the parking lot, you will see the the trailers that they use are very distinct, and they're filming something there, and it's like, well, what? This week, who knows?
Yeah, it could be anything.
Is CSI in town? No,
probably not. No.
No, but it's either a documentary, a film crew, television series, commercial, and you can go down the list.
Yeah.
And then of course, when you're in a hotel, of course, you got security agents. You got guys who all they do is walk around and make sure that you're happy.
Right.
That you have no problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like when we went to Jack in the Box today. That was weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Thank you. But no,
I think they call them porters.
Yes. Thank you.
Is that it? Is that what you're getting at?
And then, no, it might not be.
They have different hosts and hostesses.
Hostess and hostesses. You've got valet is completely different here because you have valet everywhere.
Yeah, including the grocery store.
Grocery stores.
And the hospital.
Shopping malls, hospitals, doctor's offices, churches. They all have valets. Mm-hmm. And some of those valets make really good money.
Oh, man, do they.
Dang. When I was chauffeuring, I had met one. He worked at one of the MGM properties, and nice guy.
Oh, good.
I haven't seen him for a while, but he was a retired college professor for American history at Rhode Island.
Good God.
Yeah.
Having a little midlife crisis, was he?
Well, when he quit to become valet.
Yeah.
All of his school teachers, he was tenured. He had the pension, he had the union, he had all this wonderful stuff. And we were talking about that, and he was like, but Mark, I am in shorts. I am in a short sleeve shirt 300 days a year.
Yeah.
I get to drive all kinds of exotic cars.
Oh, yeah.
And I make over $100,000 a year.
Doing it.
And according to the IRS, I only pay taxes on $28,600 of it.
Not a bad deal.
All of my friends back on the East Coast abandoned me because I'm now parking cars, which they look down on it. And he goes,
"Oh no, here valets are king."
Yeah, he goes, in reality, I'm making more money than they are. I have great benefits.
Yeah.
And I make a ton of money.
And gets a free meal every day too, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just amazing because of the way this town is, the fact that it's a tourist town. And it's like I tell people, it really doesn't matter where you came from.
No. What
you did back then, they aren't that...
They're not focused on your resume. It's can you do this or can't you?
Right. And that's basically it.
Yeah. It's that simple. And it's who you know.
Yes.
So-and-so recommended you for this job? Great. Can you start tomorrow? Actually, Can you start in 2 hours?
Yeah.
Do you have your sheriff's card? Yeah. And that's it. That's the end of the conversation.
Yeah, it's still very much that who do you know type town.
Oh, very much.
If you come in town without any connections, you're going to wear out your shoes looking for work. Or
we watched the Happy Pebble do it.
Yes, yeah. And you see all these other folks that you just get hired on by all the staff agencies.
Right.
There's a lot of temporary workers here that just move from job to job because there's just so much variety here. The problem comes is when you get these people who are locked into that mentality. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a computer programmer, I have a PhD, therefore I need to do this. And it's like, no. What do you want to do? Well, I'm a computer programmer, so no.
It doesn't work like that here.
You want to be a stagehand? You want to,
Yeah. Think of Las Vegas as Disney World, and you get to pick what you do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I come back to the fact that we sell sex right next to bubblegum and 7-Eleven. So, it's pretty wide open.
It is pretty wide open.
And because of the tax situation, we're a very entrepreneurial town.
Very.
So if you have a business idea, you want to test market it, you want to just play with it. Again, we got a lot of people just, they make money doing the timeshare things, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Come here. Got some free show tickets for you and the lady. Come here. Uh-huh. Those guys make a ton of money.
A ton of money.
So So if you're looking for some odd jobs, you just want something different.
If you're really good with people, if you're really good with rejection, this is your town, baby.
Yep. Yeah.
Come on down. It's weird here. We watched the Happy Pebble go the very traditional route, trying to get a job, had his resume, visited
Beautiful
in person.
resume. He's got some.
Wore a nice button-down shirt and a tie and the whole works, and it took him a whole year.
Yep.
You and I went out and worked the streets a couple nights, had a little fun, met some people at a bar. We had jobs, no problem. It's just different here.
Yeah, and again, it's like you said. I mean, if you show up for a job interview with a suit and a tie, and it's a button-down, there's very few spots where that is the process anymore.
Yeah, not
Look
here.
good.
Great.
I mean, you dress according to the position that you're going for.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, if they see you overdressed, they don't like it because you're
not going to fit in.
Yeah.
If you come in underdressed, well, that might be okay, depending on whether the position comes with a uniform or not.
Right. And a lot of them do.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just strange here. You got to think outside the box. Period.
And it's a big box.
It's a really big sandbox. And honestly, if you're coming to Las Vegas, if you're moving here, put some money aside so you can go out to the bars, you can go out to the local restaurants and meet people. The first thing you should be doing is meeting people, not unpacking.
Right. One of the interesting people that I met, he's one of the hosts at one of the nightclubs at the Mirage. He's moved around a few times, so he's probably at Jet. He started here as a rental agent for Thrifty car rental at the airport.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But he did just that. He just hobnobbed with everyone. Let it be known that he's good with people. He likes this. And all that. And the next thing he had was a job offer to come to the Mirage and work customer service at the bar area. Yeah. And one thing led to another. And now he's one of the hosts there.
Yeah.
And it's just that meeting people. One of the things that I'm having a problem with the PA, because now that she's got her green card, she can now work here. Okay.
Right.
The job she's at, she doesn't like.
With good reason.
Yes, but she's stuck in the outside Vegas mentality where I have to stay at that job for 9 months to get the experience to show people that I'm like no. In Vegas, you got a job for 2 weeks. That's enough qualifications to move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're here. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah. All she has to do is go out and meet some people.
Yeah.
1 week.
Yeah.
1 week. Be personable for 1 week.
That's it.
It's not going to happen, honey. She's just like the Happy Pebble. If anything happens to either you or I, they're going to be just fine with each other.
They really are.
There may come a time where you and I have to leave town and leave them to their own devices just to get a break. Love them both. Love them both dearly. Oh, good God, would not change my life for anything, but...
Okay, before we close...
We didn't even talk about the Lutefisk Dinner.
I know that. We're getting to that.
I have notes, damn it.
Before we close...
Okay.
We are going to put up our first real photo gallery on the website.
Uh-oh.
thevegastourist.com.
Uh-oh.
And it will include photos from...
The Lutefisk Dinner?
The Lutefisk Dinner.
Oh, boy. I was all excited. This is a Happy Pebble thing. He goes every year. It's in Boulder City. It's $17 a person. It's a Norwegian delicacy. It makes him so damn happy I can't even tell you. Okay? He lit up like a Christmas tree, was having such a good time. So this year I said I'd go and we'd cover it for the podcast, and I tried to convince you guys to come and eat dinner too, but no, you were too good for the dinner.
We showed up. We had a shot of that aguava.
Aquavit.
Boy, if I have 3 of those, I am toast.
Oh.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's more dangerous than tequila and a blonde.
Ooh, but it went down so good.
Yeah, doesn't it? So we go to the Lutefisk Dinner in Boulder City. Happy Pebble's very happy. We get to the desk, we tell them our name, we show them our tickets, and I kind of greased the wheels for you a little bit. Gave them my card, said, hey, my entourage is coming. We want to give you some media coverage. They want to take pictures. They don't want to have dinner, but, this is who they are. And I was wearing my jacket and the whole works. I'm telling you, I greased the wheels for you. Next thing I know, I see you two in the kitchen, across the room, in the kitchen. I'm like, some entourage I got, they didn't even come over and say hello.
We were ushered in.
I'm sure you were treated like kings, weren't you?
Oh.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't talk to us until we each had a shot of that aquavit.
And the PA drinks rye like it's water.
Yeah.
I've seen her do it.
Uh-huh.
Rye is water to her, and she even said that this was stronger than the rye she's used to.
Yes.
From Canada. So yeah, it's quite the stuff.
Woof.
So how was your Lutefisk dinner experience? I'm very popular.
You are.
How was your tour?
It was an interesting tour. It was hard to get names out of people to thank them. So as a general rule, just everyone that was involved in this Lutefisk festival, thank you for your hospitality.
They were wonderful, weren't they?
Wonderful people. Yeah, you betcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
Oh yeah.
They took a little vote there after you guys had left, as dinner had gotten started, and see how many people were from where. And most of the room was from Minnesota.
Okay.
And it was just like going to the VFW for dinner. There was a line at the bar all night. Everybody was friendly. Everybody talked to everybody. And it was just a real sense of community, like it used to be.
Right.
It was kind of nice. Jell-O shouldn't taste like fish. That's all I got.
Well, they usher us into the back where it's all being cooked, okay?
Yeah.
And they're all talking to us, and they're showing us all that, and they're making sure that the PA gets all the photos, and they're here, come over here and take this picture, okay? This is after the shot, okay?
Uh-huh. Things went smoothly after you had the aquavit, right? And did you notice everybody in that room got a taste of aquavit?
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. The chefs were not feeling much pain, okay?
No. It makes it smell less.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah. If you have enough aquavit, it no longer smells.
And then, of course, you saw the shirt with the
ufta taco?
Yeah, the ufta taco, yeah.
Yeah, they were cute.
They were.
They were really cute.
But they were explaining to us, because I couldn't figure out why Boulder City.
Right.
And it's not, and this is only the 8th annual.
Right.
I thought maybe that's something to do with the dam. No! It's got to do with the guys who are out to sea.
Mm-hmm.
The Norwegians.
Mm-hmm.
The boat sailors and all that. They live in Boulder City.
Who knew?
Yeah. And so a couple of them got together and
they happened to be members at the Elks Lodge, decided this was going to be their fundraiser. At the time they would have headed back home.
Yes.
They have a raffle while you're there at dinner that goes to their scholarship fund.
Yes.
And it's just a lovely, lovely evening.
If you like Lutefisk.
If you like Lutefisk. I had the pork and cabbage.
How was that?
It was awesome.
Okay.
It was the best pork and cabbage ever. I got to have some lefska. It was all good.
They had lefse?
They had lefse.
I didn't see lefse.
I have some in the fridge. I'll give you some.
Oh.
Yeah. Bob, you could buy some when it's all over. If there's any lefse left, you can buy bags of it, and it's a fundraiser for the Elks Lodge or whatever, or the Ladies Auxiliary or whatever. And so Bob brought home, 20 pounds or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you some.
All right. But I got to say, they were very persuasive in trying to get us to eat some of that.
Jell-O flavored fish.
Oh.
Because that's what it looks like. But the Happy Pebble had tons of it.
Did he?
He had tons of it. He said the Norwegian prayer.
Which is?
I don't know. It's in Norwegian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yada, yada, yada. I don't know. The little placemats are cute. It gives you different Lutefisk recipes in case you want to try to make it at home for your man.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're right on that, aren't you?
Yeah. No problem. And it gave the history and stuff, and it was fun. It was a fun evening, and I would probably go with him again next year.
It was popular. They had two seats.
They had two seatings, and both were full. There was not an empty seat in the house.
Over 300 people total.
Yeah.
It's a great fundraiser. It's just strange for out here.
It's very strange.
Even for out here, it's strange.
It's strange. There's no doubt about it, but it was fun. Other than the yucky fishy part, but it was fun. People were really nice to us.
They were nice?
Had a nice dinner conversation with people we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
They won some raffles, so they passed the chocolates down the table.
There we go.
Just like back home at the Lutheran church. I swear. It was like a time machine.
Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah, sure.
Say good night, Ollie.
Good night, Ollie. Hey, they told Ollie and Sven jokes all night. Some of them are funny.
What's the other one? Ollie and
Ole and Lena.
Ollie and Lena. That's it.
Yeah, and I have a cousin named Lena, so we won't go there.
It's getting dark, the show's about